I think what happened to me and Marjorie was we got together at a point in our life where we had both failed at this miserably, and it just wasn't.
Shirley Strawberry was on a phone call with her husband in this conversation, and there were a couple of other comments that she made that, has people questioning.
Hey there, folks. Get ready to grab your popcorn and take a seat because we've got some piping hot tea to spill today. Life has a funny way of catching up with people, and it seems like that's exactly what's happening to our dear Marjorie. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it looks like she might have been up to some, shall we say, less than honorable antics. You see, it all started when Steve Harvey's co-host decided that she had enough of Marjorie's shenanigans and decided it was time to spill the beans. And boy, did she come prepared. She's got a whole treasure trove of new evidence that's about to expose Marjorie's not-so-nice side. I mean, who doesn't love a good, juicy scandal, right? It's like a real-life soap opera unfolding before our very eyes. So folks, buckle up and get ready for a roller coaster ride because Marjorie's secrets are slowly but surely getting dragged out into the spotlight. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single twist and turn in this wild story. But before we get into it, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss out on any new videos. It's free and helps us tremendously bring out new content for your enjoyment. Well, it seems like the radio waves were buzzing with some unexpected drama involving Shirley Strawberry, the co-host of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. According to the grapevine, in an October 2022 jail call with her soon-to-be estranged husband, Ernest Ernesto Williams, Shirley Strawberry spilled some intriguing tea about Steve Harvey and his wife, Marjorie Harvey. In this candid conversation, Shirley reportedly mentioned that while the Harveys were living the high life with all the luxuries one could imagine, the folks working with them didn't quite share the same financial fortunes. It's a classic tale of haves and have-nots. Shirley also dished on how Steve was always inviting his coworkers and employees to his lavish abode, but things got a tad awkward when Mrs. Harvey was in the picture. Talk about a social dilemma. Here's where it gets juicy. Shirley admitted that she once had the chance to snoop around the house when Marjorie wasn't there. And hey, who wouldn't be curious? But she didn't stop there. She also made some remarks about Steve being afraid of his wife and Marjorie allegedly treating everyone as mere help. Now fast forward to when this jail recording became public knowledge and Shirley Strawberry found herself in the hot seat. She did issue a mea culpa, apologizing to both Steve and Marjorie for her comments. But here's the real kicker. Steve Harvey, in his response, acknowledged that this situation hit a little different. Why, you ask? Because it wasn't run-of-the-mill gossip, rumor, or malicious lie. No, it came from within their inner circle. The family, so to speak. But that's not the only issue going on in the fam. Here's the scoop. Rumor has it that Marjorie might have had a little something going on with her bodyguard and private chef. Yeah, you heard that right. And as if that wasn't enough, there's chatter about her seeking a divorce and a piece of Steve's impressive fortune. First off, where's the buzz coming from? Well, most of it seems to be brewing on social media and those gossip-hungry tabloid websites. You know the ones. They often slap those sensational headlines on stories that might be a tad, shall we say, exaggerated, so take it with a pinch of salt, folks. Now, for a bit of context. Steve Harvey isn't a stranger to rumors about infidelity. His ex-wife, Mary Shackelford, once accused him of playing fast and loose with the whole fidelity thing. But to be fair, Steve has always vehemently denied those allegations. And as for the wild rumor that Marjorie is gunning for a $200 million divorce settlement, well, that sounds like quite the jackpot, doesn't it? It's no secret that Marjorie Harvey has quite the presence within the Harvey family. Some people have even whispered that she might have a reputation for being a bit, well, controlling. I mean, there's even been some intriguing rumors circulating about Marjorie's role in certain family matters, including the alleged involvement in the rumored split between Michael B. Jordan, MBJ, and Lori Harvey. Now, it seems like Steve Harvey's life is anything but dull these days. With his family seemingly caught up in one drama after another, it's no wonder that he might be feeling a bit worn out. Rumors have been swirling that Steve is getting a little fed up with the commotion, especially with some whispers suggesting that he might be less than pleased with his wife, Marjorie. But here's where things get interesting. Despite all the behind-the-scenes chaos, Steve is still putting on a brave face when it comes to defending Marjorie in front of the world. Now, that's what you call loyalty. Well, gather round, folks, because we've got more twists and turns in this Steve Harvey saga than a roller coaster at an amusement park. You know, Steve Harvey, the guy who's been all over the news lately thanks to the jaw-dropping rumors about his wife, Marjorie Lane, supposedly cozying up to his personal chef and bodyguard. Yeah, that's Steve Harvey. But let me tell you, Steve isn't just sitting back and letting the rumor mill run wild. Nah, he's a man on a mission to set the record straight and show some love for his lady. Get ready for the inside scoop. Before we dive headfirst into the drama, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. Steve Harvey has quite the history of matrimony. He tied the knot with Marcia Harvey, and then there was that whole marriage with Mary Shackelford in 1996. But it didn't stop there. In 2007, he said "I do" to Marjorie after his 2005 divorce. Now that's a love roller coaster, am I right? Now on to the latest and greatest. According to our sources, Steve Harvey, during one of his Steve Harvey morning shows, decided it was time to address all those folks who have been talking smack about his wife. I mean, he wasn't about to let people tarnish Marjorie's reputation like that. So there he was, live on the airwaves, dropping truth bombs like confetti at a New Year's Eve party. He started by saying, "The woman I married is a good woman, folks. She's not just good, she's the absolute best thing that's ever happened to me." Steve didn't stop there. Oh no, he had more to say. He described Marjorie as a God-fearing, loyal, faithful, and incredibly kind and loving person. I mean, if that's not a glowing endorsement, I don't know what is. He's really doing his best to shut the rumors down. And here's the real kicker. For those folks who out there pointing fingers at Marjorie, saying she played a role in his previous divorce with Mary Shackelford, Steve had a message that could be heard from miles away. Cut it out, y'all. She had absolutely nothing to do with it, all right? She wasn't anywhere near that situation. And that's not all, my friends. Steve Harvey wasn't just spilling the tea, he was practically serving up a whole feast of relationship revelations. So let's rewind the clock a bit. Steve dropped a bombshell that his marriage to Marjorie was pretty much done and dusted back in 2005. Can you believe it? Yeah, when the Kings of Comedy tour was hitting its peak, his marriage was already on the rocks. Talk about keeping a secret. But here's the kicker. Steve made it crystal clear that he was far from rolling in the dough back then. No, in 2005, he was broke as a joke. He lost his radio show in LA on May 23rd, and his only TV gig went kaput on May 10th. So Steve Harvey had about as much money as a kid's piggy bank. It looks like he heard the rumor about her loving him only for his money and how everyone keeps calling her a gold digger, and he did some damage control for that as well. Now, here's where the plot thickens and the love story gets real. It all started on New Year's Eve when Steve crossed paths with Marjorie. They got to talking, sparks flew, and well, the rest is history. But here's the kicker, folks. Marjorie was in Hawaii with her kids at the time. They didn't exactly meet under glamorous Hollywood lights. So fast forward to 2006, and they decided to take the plunge. And let me tell you, Steve Harvey wasn't exactly offering a vault of riches when he popped the question. No, he had nada. Zip, zilch in the bank. But love conquers all, right? Steve couldn't help but beam with pride as he continued, "She didn't marry into riches, folks. I was flat broke when I asked her to marry me at the end of 2006. Can you believe it? Marjorie didn't sign up for a life of luxury, she signed up for love, and she got herself a front row seat to the Steve Harvey roller coaster ride of life. So there you have it, the real scoop on Steve and Marjorie's love story. Through thick and thin, through highs and lows, they've been there for each other. It's almost like a Hollywood movie, but with a lot more authenticity and heart. So what do you think? Comment down below and let us know. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video. I post updates like this every week, where I uncover the secrets of your favorite celebrities. And if you want more deets on the crazy family, check out this video, where Marjorie Harvey panics after the private chef threatens to leak proof of their affair.